We have a lot to unpack in this video, and I hate YouTubers that ramble on, so let's get right into it. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 7 biggest mistakes beginners make when using DistroKid. Number 1, your artist name. I get so many messages, you'd be blown away how many messages, comments, DMs, and everything I get about people saying, hey Mark, I have this one artist name, but now I want to change my name. What's the process? I tried changing my name, but it only changed on one platform. Am I going to lose all my streams and analytics when I change my artist name? So on and so forth. I get bombarded by these comments. Before you release anything on DistroKid, ask yourself, is this name I'm picking good? Is it a name that I'm going to want to change in the future? Are there any legal complications? Like if, let's say, you take a name that some other artist has, that's going to be a massive issue for you pretty much almost instantly, being honest. You want to be very careful when it comes to picking your artist name. Really think about this. Even if it, let's say, takes you a week or a month to think of your artist name, that is well worth it than, like, say, going all the way down the line, having a bunch of releases, and then you realize, like, oh shoot, whether it's your choice or someone else forcing you to do so, I have to change my artist name. You're going to be in a very tricky situation. Make sure when you're releasing anything on DistroKid, first step, choose the right artist name. Number 2, make sure you have the rights to everything. Now this is big for just a lot of things in life, but especially on DistroKid. This goes for 2 things. 1, your music, but also your artwork. If, let's say, you go to Google and you use a picture that's copyrighted as your album artwork and you just put like your name on it or whatever, that artwork can be taken down, and along with that, your song can be taken down as well. And then at that point, you're like, great, my release got taken down, but not even for the song, for the artwork. Make sure you have the rights to everything. And again, especially this goes for your music. If you use anything that is copyrighted in your music, not only can DistroKid take that down, but they can also block you from ever releasing ever again. I've had people message me saying, hey Mark, I released something on DistroKid and I used some copyrighted material and then they blocked my account. How can I unblock my account? And for a lot of DistroKid's terms, if, let's say, you are in that position where you had a legal infraction, where you used copyrighted material, they might say, hey, sorry, we're never, ever gonna release your music ever again because we can't risk it. We can't risk posting copyrighted material on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, etc., etc. Make sure you have the rights to everything. Number 3, not using goodies. Now, when it comes to DistroKid, there are a lot of amazing features, and one of them is the goodies. This is a whole other subject for a whole other video. I've done a ton of videos about DistroKid, and there are a lot of amazing features that a lot of people don't even know about, and these should not be overlooked. You can make quick picture ads to use on social media. You can make quick meme videos on DistroKid. You can get access to a YouTube artist official channel where you get a cool little note check mark that says like, oh, I'm verified on YouTube and everything. You can get connected to Twitch. You can get connected to Spotify for artists. There are so many incredible features on DistroKid, and I could go on and on about this because a lot of these are overlooked by a ton of artists, and these are great tools to promote your music, get it out there, get it heard, and so much more. Do not overlook the goodies, because a lot of people do. Number 4, the extras and add-ons. Now, these are always changing, and it changes sometimes even month to month in terms of which ones they have, how much they cost, and a lot more. And in case you didn't know, DistroKid, the most basic membership, is $20 a year for unlimited uploads or unlimited releases, which is pretty awesome. However, the extras cost more money on top of that, and it depends on a lot of different factors. Being honest, if I had to be transparent, I feel like a lot of the extras on DistroKid are not worth the money. Just being blunt, being very honest. However, some of them are. And again, this really depends on your situation as well. Maybe for some musicians, this one particular extra is definitely worth it. For other ones, it's not. And this is why I always suggest when it comes to releasing music on DistroKid, especially in the beginning, to research every extra in depth. Because for some of them, you may be like, oh wow, I really need this for what I'm doing. But for other ones, you don't want to click it and sign up for it and be like, oh, you know what? I'm actually just wasting money when it comes to this extra. Do a lot of research on that, and I've already done some videos about the extras and add-ons. These are incredibly important to look at whether you want to sign up for them or not. Speaking of that, number 5 is Beatport. Now this is one extra every single EDM artist has to have. Beatport is one of the most popular services when it comes to electronic music, streaming, download, and a lot more. And it's vital that you get your music on Beatport. This is an extra. All you have to do is sign up with it for one release, and it counts for all of your releases. And what happens is your music gets put on Beatport. It costs $10 a month every month. Now that is annoying that, let's say if you're spending $20 a year to be on DistroKid, and now you have to spend an extra $10 a month. I know that's kind of frustrating, but once you get your music out there, it's being heard, it's being streamed and downloaded. And keep in mind, Beatport, you can either download music and purchase it, or you can stream it and you get paid from both. You're gonna start making more than $10 a month on Beatport. So although yes, in the beginning, you may be like, oh man, I'm spending $10 a month to be on Beatport. If, like, say you're making $20 a month just from Beatport, you're still making $10 a month in profit. And especially when it comes to EDM and DJs, Beatport is an invaluable service that you really have to be on. Make sure you sign up for it. Number 6, a label name. This is a pretty quick one and a subtle one, but I think it's very important. When you sign up on the basic DistroKid account, it's $20 a year. However, when that music's on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music, etc., the label it gets released under is DistroKid. I don't know why, but to me, that's a bit tacky. So if you sign up for the Musicians Plus account, which is $36 a year, so $16 extra a year, you can make your own custom label name. So for me, my label name is Meta Music Records. I'm the only one on it. There's no one else on it. It's not really an official quote-unquote label. It's more just the label name I made for my music being released under. And I think it has a better ring to it to have your own custom label name. Even if you're like, oh, I'm on Joe Schmo Records, to me it just sounds a little bit better than DistroKid. And if you think about it too, that extra $16 a year you get to spend, which is what, like a little more than $1 a month, is well worth it to have things a lot more personalized. Number 7, pros or performance rights organizations. Now, there are a lot of different ways that you can make money when it comes to your music. This could be a multi-part series. And as we all know, streaming and downloading, you make money. But another huge side of that coin is the performance rights. The most simple way to think of this is, let's say you're, driving, you listen to the radio, your song comes on. Well, it's not necessarily being streamed or downloaded per se. Per se, it's being more performed. And you can get revenue from that. DistroKid does not collect money from performance rights organizations. You have to sign up with them. Here in America, the main two are ASCAP and BMI, but there are a lot of other ones all over the world. This is why, for me, I mainly use Songtrust. I've talked about Songtrust in other videos because it collects revenue from performance rights organizations from all over the world. That's pretty awesome. Even if you don't use Songtrust, make sure when you're releasing music on DistroKid, that's really only the first part. You have to also sign up with these other performance organizations and these other pros, because if you don't, you are literally leaving money on the table. And now, a bonus mistake the beginners make when it comes to using DistroKid, and this may be one of the biggest, is not promoting. In case you don't know, DistroKid does not promote your music. The best analogy I can give is DistroKid puts your music on the shelves, but it doesn't promote them, right? Like, let's say you're making your own drink company and you put it on the shelves of Walmart. Like, yeah, Walmart's gonna put it out there, put it on the shelves and display it, but they're not gonna promote it past that. They are just gonna give people the option to be able to buy it, but they're not gonna push them to do so. Same thing with your music. This is why I suggest that when you release music, especially in this day and age, it doesn't stop there. You have to promote it on social media, sending out promo emails, and a lot more. Whatever you can do to get your music heard by as many people as possible. This is why I made a gigantic video talking about the best music marketing and music promotion techniques. I have a list below in the description. Make sure you watch that, because once you release your music, it could go nowhere unless you promote it.